Good evening, my friends, and welcome back to another live episode of Freedom Free for All, the show that pokes the New World Order in its all-seeing eye. My name is Josh Steffler, and tonight, Brad Rhodes joins me as we broadcast live in our studio from Victoria, British Columbia. Tonight, we're talking about the New World Order and how Justin Trudeau is ushering in the New World Order's bastard child, the War on Terror. And Brad Rhodes will be talking about the causes of the war in Syria. And our guest tonight is none other than former leader of the BC Libertarian Party, former director of the Libertarian Party of Canada, Ken Wiebe. So get ready for the roundtable at the halfway mark. Get your questions ready. You'll be able to ask him all sorts of questions. We're talking about pretty much anything you want. We're going to be discussing the government's war on the family. And as usual, we like to throw our new media shout-outs. Shout-outs help new media grow. Josh Sigurdsson of World Alternative Media, thank you to him. You're going to see a promo from him soon. Richard Heathen of LibertyMachineNews.com. Walter Harris DeMello of BrainFeed.ca. Ryan Elson of Dissembling.org. And of course, the new Agora. Pick up your copy at Gorgeous Coffee, 300 Gorge Road West. This is an amazing newspaper, nothing you're going to see in mainstream media. And we have the founder of this paper coming on as our guest next week. So we will be right back and get right into the show.
Hi, I'm Richard Gage, and you're watching Freedom Free for All TV. And we're asking everybody to get the information and then to do something. People who sit on this information after realizing that, oh my God, we've been lied to by the mass media across the world, really. We've been lied to by governments around the world. Muslims have been blamed for 9/11 when Muslims didn't have access to these three towers to set these explosives. And that's why everybody who sees this evidence has to do something. Whatever you do, do something.
Okay, so welcome back. It's going to be a great show tonight. Greg Hill is away tonight, so it'll be Brad and I on the show. Tonight I'm talking about Justin Trudeau, our shiny pony, who has already had a number of flip-flops on his promises. I mean, it is 2016, right? So ever since this guy has actually grasped the reins of power in Canada, he's spent $3 billion outside of our country. He hasn't helped our homeless, our veterans. He has been helping perpetuate the war on terror. I've got this video that I'm going to show you first, and it shows that Justin Trudeau, their big campaign promises to be ending the bombing sorties in the Middle East, that we're not going to be using Canadian jets in the war on terror. Check this out.
We made a clear commitment in the campaign to stop the bombing mission by Canadian jets and to replace it with a role for Canada that was still a serious military role, but leaned more towards training of local troops to be able to bring the fight directly to ISIL. That's the commitment we made very clearly throughout the campaign, and we have a mandate to do that.
So that sounds all well and good. You know, we're going to stop bombing people. You know, that's one of the best ways you can help refugees and help eliminate the war on terror is essentially stop bombing people. But that promise has been broken. As of New Year's Day, check out this website here. This story talks about how Justin Trudeau and his Canadian fighter jets bombed ISIS targets in Iraq on New Year's Day. So where is his promises when he's talking about ending the war on terror? Well, he never talked about ending the war on terror, but talked about bringing our jets out so that at least we can stop bombing people. That's the liberal idea, right? Stop creating refugees is a good way to help refugees. Don't create them. Meanwhile, this shiny pony is bombing people in Iraq. This is the war on terror. This is the war on you. Now you think, oh, well, those are Stephen Harper's orders. No. Stephen Harper is gone. You can't blame Harper anymore. He is gone. This is all Trudeau. And it's not that it is all Trudeau. These guys are puppets. They take orders. I'm going to show you a clip here that talks about the Canadian military monitoring social media. If you look at this website, it's from the star.com. They talk about how Canada's military wants to monitor and analyze the world's social media streams, that they've got 24-hour access to real-time and historical posts on websites like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And they don't want people knowing that it's them doing the monitoring either. So this is Justin Trudeau's transparency. This is Justin Trudeau's honest and open government. This isn't an honest and open government. This is tyranny. When the government is spying on your emails, your Twitter feed, your Facebook posts, they are not doing it for safety, although they'll tell you every time they enact tyrannical, authoritarian measures, it's always for safety, right? So this is to stop terrorism. The best way to stop terrorism is stop making terrorists by blowing them up. Now this also, we've got another clip to show you from another website, and I think it's a media slip up because they talk about Justin Trudeau being told to deepen ties with Syria. This isn't an advisory. This is him actually being told, and I think it's just a media slip up. They'll say, oh, it's a typo. It doesn't mean what Josh is saying. It means exactly what they're saying. Justin Trudeau is given orders to deepen ties with Saudi Arabia. And of course we'd want to deepen ties with Saudi Arabia. I mean, it's 2016, right? Justin Trudeau and his gender balancing championship equal cabinet, 50% men, 50% women. We definitely want to get on board with a country that chops the heads off of women for getting raped. Yeah. These guys were fighting ISIS, were bombing ISIS with Canadian jets in Iraq, and they're tyrannical for chopping the heads off of people that they find and they capture, but we're told to deepen ties with Saudi Arabia, even though, and I think recently, Saudi Arabia is also crucifying a 13-year-old boy. I may be wrong. I may have that story completely wrong, but I remember reading about this boy being crucified in Saudi Arabia, not just having his head chopped off, although that's normal. Right now, Saudi Arabia is chopping so many heads off that they're hiring new executioners. So what do we do about all of this stuff? You know, you sit here and you say, yeah, well, Josh, it's Stephen Harper would do the same thing. Well, yeah, Stephen Harper would. Justin Trudeau's he's being told to do these things. Stephen Harper was told to do these things. If it was Angry Beard Mulcair, he'd be told to do the same things. If it's Elizabeth May, God forbid it's Elizabeth May, she would be told to do the same things. There is actually one group of people that I believe wouldn't do what they're told, couldn't really tell them what to do, and that's the Libertarian Party of Canada. This is one of the solutions. There are many solutions to this New World Order, this tyrannical machine that is clamping down on all of our liberties, all of our freedoms, the fundamental things that make Western civilization a bastion of liberty for men and women. And these guys, the Libertarian Party, they are a political option, one road. You don't have to take only one road, but the Libertarian Party, they've got a great leader, Tim Moen. He rallied the troops during the federal election. They did the best that they've done in a federal election, and they are the government of least intervention. So they will maximize your freedom by minimizing your government. We talked about jets bombing ISIS in Iraq. Tim Moen and the Libertarians wouldn't do that. Justin Trudeau said that he wouldn't do it, but I proved that he did. And Justin Trudeau or Tim Moen and the Libertarians would not be using our military to monitor your social media, your emails, your telephone calls. This is something that the Libertarian Party is the antithesis of. This Orwellian surveillance state is not a libertarian state. The Libertarian Party would not be told to deepen ties with Saudi Arabia. They wouldn't be told what to do because they're good men, they're good women, and they may not all agree on the same things, but they all have this fundamental value of freedom of the individual, resisting collectivism, minimizing government to maximize freedom. There are a few other solutions to this New World Order that they may not want you to know about, but recently with all the stock markets crashing and, the dollar being devalued, which is economic warfare, you're working harder and making less, and your dollar is it's not going as far anymore. One way to hold your value is silver and gold, metals, real things. You can invest in silver bullion, gold bullion, lead bullion. You can invest in all of these things, and they help keep your value. They resist taxation. They're not a really trackable currency at all. You've got silver that it says it's got a $5 face value. Meanwhile, this coin is actually worth $25 in value. You can sell it for $25. So where has the value of your Canadian dollar gone? If you take a $5 bill compared to this, your $5 bill is only going to buy $5 worth of groceries, maybe a head of celery or maybe a few cans of beans. This will buy your whole family dinner. This can buy you beans, meat, vegetables, dairy, all sorts of produce. $25 goes a lot farther than $5. So, and the New World Order wants you working harder, making less, so that you're willing to take these government handouts, willing to accept Justin Trudeau bombing people in Iraq because you're comfortable, willing to accept Justin Trudeau and his military intercepting and monitoring your social media. And this is actually really insidious, and I'm going to be talking about this again next week because they have some very crazy, dangerous software programs that can start analyzing this metadata. It's not just like some guy anymore with headphones on listening to people's telephone conversations. It's not. They've got computers and softwares running algorithms looking for words. So stay tuned to next show. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to leave you with a promo from Josh Sigurdsson of World Alternative Media. He's going to let you know what he's been up to. And when we come back, you're going to be joined with Brad Rhodes, and he's going to be talking about the cause of the war in Syria. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the roundtable where we will be joined by Ken Wiebe. Thank you for watching.
Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdsson of World Alternative Media here, and we're proud partners with the guys at Freedom Free For All and We Are Change Victoria. This week on Wham, we launched the Wham Show Episode 2, where we interviewed the legendary G. Edward Griffin, and we also interviewed John Sneisen, who is right here. He wrote the book The End of Freedom, How Our Monetary System Enslaves Us. Next week on the Wham Show, we will be talking with Jeff Berwick, the dollar vigilante himself, and Debbie Bacigalupi, who is running for Congress in California. So we can't wait to show you what we have. It's a very exciting time to be in independent media, and we'll see you next week.